October 14th, 2011. A mother of three leaves her home in a quiet town in Germany. She takes nothing with her, no phone, no wallet, no explanation. The last thing investigators ever see of her is a single image. A surveillance camera in the town captures her walking down the street. She looks calm, completely unaware that this would be the last time anyone ever sees her alive. Chapter 1. Who was Nelli Graf? Her name was Nelli Graf. She was 46 years old and lived in the small town of Halle in North Rhine-Westphalia. A quiet place, the kind of town where people know their neighbors, where children ride their bikes through the streets and nothing ever seems to happen. Nelli lived there with her husband and their three children. By all accounts, she lived a calm and structured life. Her days revolved around family routines, school schedules, household tasks. Friends described her as warm, reliable, and devoted to her family. Someone who rarely drew attention to herself. Someone whose life seemed completely ordinary. But on that October afternoon in 2011, something happened that investigators are still trying to understand today, because Nelli Graf stepped outside her home and never came back. Chapter 2. The Day She Vanished. That afternoon started like any other day. Nelli Graf was at home in Halle. Her family was nearby. Nothing seemed unusual, but sometime in the late afternoon, Nelli suddenly leaves the house. She doesn't take her phone. She doesn't take her wallet. She doesn't tell anyone where she's going. At first, it doesn't seem strange. Maybe she simply wanted to take a short walk. Maybe she planned to meet someone nearby. Minutes later, a surveillance camera in the town captures her walking through the streets. She looks calm. There is no sign of panic, no sign that anything is wrong. But after that moment, Nelli Graf disappears. Chapter 3. The Search. When Nelli doesn't return home, her family begins to worry. At first, they assume she simply went for a walk. Maybe she stopped somewhere in town, but as the hours pass, something feels wrong. Nelli would never disappear without telling someone, and she would never leave her phone behind. By the evening, her family contacts the police. Within hours, officers begin searching the area around her home. Soon the search grows larger. Police officers, firefighters, volunteers from the town. Search dogs comb through fields and forests surrounding Halle. Helicopters circle above the area. Entire sections of woodland are searched, but there is nothing. No witnesses, no clear trace, no explanation for what happened after that final moment on the surveillance camera. Days pass, then weeks, and slowly, a terrible fear begins to grow. Something has happened to Nelli Graf. Chapter 4. The Discovery. Weeks turn into months. The search slowly fades from public attention. But investigators continue working on the case. They follow leads. They analyze evidence. They question witnesses. Then, in February 2012, nearly 4 months after Nelli Graf disappeared, something changes. In a wooded area near Halle, people make a disturbing discovery. Human remains are found. Police are called to the scene immediately. Soon, investigators confirm what many had feared. The remains belong to Nelli Graf. The missing person case has now become a murder investigation. Chapter 5. The Investigation. After the discovery of her body, investigators begin reconstructing the final hours of Nelli Graf's life. They analyze the surveillance footage again. They retrace the path she may have taken through the town. And they start looking closely at the people around her. Family members are questioned, friends, neighbors, anyone who may have spoken to her that day. Hundreds of tips come in, some promising, others quickly dismissed. Investigators also analyze traces of DNA found on her clothing, but the results lead nowhere. There is no clear suspect. The trail goes cold. Chapter 6: Possible Scenarios. One detail continues to puzzle investigators. Nelli Graf left her home without her phone, without money, without telling anyone where she was going. That suggests something important. She may have expected to return quickly. Perhaps she planned to meet someone she trusted, someone who convinced her to step outside. Another possibility is that she encountered someone by chance, a stranger, someone who saw an opportunity. But without witnesses, the truth remains hidden. Chapter 7: A Case Without Answers. More than a decade has passed since Nelli Graf disappeared. Investigators followed hundreds of leads. They questioned countless witnesses. They examined every possible clue, but the person responsible for her death has never been identified. For her family, the questions remain. What really happened on that October afternoon? Who was the last person to see her alive? And why did someone decide to take her life? Somewhere, someone knows the truth. Nelli Graf was not just a name in a police file. She was a mother, a wife, a woman whose family is still waiting for answers. And more than 10 years later, those answers have never come. Final question. Do you think Nelli Graf knew the person she met that day? Or was she the victim of a random encounter? If you want to see more true crime cases from North Rhine-Westphalia, subscribe to Jenny in Crime. Because sometimes the most disturbing crimes happen in the quietest places.